Welcome to the final part. We have the connection and the graphics. Now we need the action and the server resilience. But before I continue, in the part 2, we are trying to test the bug that I did and it is failing. That is because your min.py file in the try catch block, this exception pass is not present. And if it is not present, it is going to throw errors, something like this. So all you just need to do is to add this line of code, except exception directly under the try, as you can see, and then the path should be like under the except, and then it is going to work. So now we're going to add the stateless shooting and then the web disconnect. So I remove this first. Come here.
Mm,
First, we had a stateless event, which is this guy. So the stateless shooting logic. It is an instant broadcast. Then, we protect our server. If a player leaves, the server panics. We fix this with the accept WebSocket disconnect block. We tell Python, if they leave, don't crash. Just delete them from the guest list and notify the remaining players. Our server is now bulletproof. This is what makes our server bulletproof because for every time maybe a player should leave, instead of the entire game should crash, we just delete them from the game list and then notify the remaining players. Now the next thing is spawning enemies and lasers. So I'm going to go to my game.js. I'm going to come to line 23 here. I'm going to create two variables. Let lasers equals to empty array, and let chickens equals to empty array. Now we're going to the chicken spawner logic every 2 seconds. We're going to say set interval
Một cái bìa 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 nào bây giờ? À mày à,
Now inside the socket.onMessage, we're going to complete the if statement by adding an else if block. So for the shooting event, after we just updated our Python with the stateless shooting event. If data type bets, if data the type equals to then we go inside the document.add event listener and add. So I just copy this code and I'm going to paste. Now I'll change this to an empty space. Then I'm going to update this action to shoot. So moving to the front end, we use arrays, which are just lists, to hold all our enemies. Every time we loop through that list and add to their y coordinates, by constantly increasing the y value, we create the illusion of gravity pulling them down. And the next thing is the collision math. So I'm going to go to the function draw game, and then I'm going to first draw and move the laser. So inside here,
So the color is not correct, so I should dress.
Now I drain I'm moving chickens. And because of time, I'm going to speed this up. So first thing I do is I'll copy this. And I'll paste it here. And I'm going to make some edits. So I'll also copy this. And I'll come down here. So I'll change this to
You.
here.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, for this one. So I'll turn this to chicken. We'll say let chicken.
Because chickens.
Say chicken. That's why there's equals effect. So 1.5 pattern. And now the collision. So stay inside this folder. So I'll just copy this folder again. And let's jail.
It's a room.
P.
Now, so how does the computer know two things hit each other? It is just geometry. Is the laser position greater than the chicken's left wing, but less than its right wing? If yes, they intersect. We use the splice to delete them both. Now, there it is. Over these three parts, you didn't just learn syntax, you use basic loops, arrays, and if statements to architect a resilient real-time multiplayer arcade game. But a game isn't complete without stakes, so here's your challenge for when this video ends. Can you add a score variable that goes up when you destroy an enemy? What about a lives variable that drops if a red box touches your blue ship? Use the collision math we just wrote as your guide and see if you can build the UI to display it on the canvas. Try building it, and thank you for coding with me. So now, let's go to the server. Okay, so you should be able to open it in our Chrome.
See. Ja, so this command. So, what do you want?
Okay, so now I'm going to go to my browser and open the game there. I'll show my browser screen in a minute. Now, can you see my Chrome tab? Now, do you know why it is doing this? It is because inside our Python code, there's something that we need to comment. So name that's py and game.js rather. This is it. So now with this, you should play the.
I'll just reload.